Hello and welcome to the podcast Love Yourself and Live Your Life. Your podcast for personal development, a positive mindset and more consciousness in your life. My name is Jolanthe and I'm so happy and grateful you're here today. And what makes me especially happy is that you're joining me on the journey to more mindfulness in your life, to more self-acceptance and self-love, to more love for your children, for your family and people around you, and to a more happy and fulfilling life for yourself. In today's episode, I will be speaking about a healthy and life-changing morning routine. I'll be sharing my routine and how it changed my life, and hopefully it can also change your life. What is the most important thing to change in our life for a happier life? For me, it was the morning routine. Since I changed my morning routine, everything has changed. I remember a couple of years ago, I used to be a person that never liked getting up in the morning. The wake-up call rang and I snoozed it for another 10-15 times. And just the last minute when I had to get up, my partner came into the room with the coffee, trying to wake me up. So I sat up in bed, had my coffee, and only then I was able to move. And like that, it has been for many years. And then, of course, I have been stressed in the morning, rushing, having a shower, getting my daughter ready for school, preparing breakfast, and obviously rushing to work. So that was never a very good start of the day. And what I realized since then is that this one day that can change our whole life begins every single morning new. We have every single morning the chance to have the best day of our life. And when, of course, we start in a bad way, the day is not going to be a good day, of course. We will end up having a bad day. And for me, since I realized that every day is a miracle, every day is a gift, every day is the day that has the potential to be the best day of my life, I have changed completely. And we are what we do every single day. So every day is like a new life. It is the sum of each day that creates your life. And the more quality you put into each day, you live a more quality life. For me, a big game changer was giving myself the priority first thing in the morning, putting myself first, because that was something that I always lacked. I always lacked time for myself. I always put my family, my friends, the house, the dog, all the tasks, the work, everything first before me. And every day I thought, if there is any time left, I will give myself some time. But of course, I never had time. Being a busy mom, a working mom, you're just rushing from one moment to the other and you never have time for yourself. You don't have 5 minutes to read a book or sit quietly. Everyone is demanding my time. Everyone is demanding my energy. So I need to feel good, because without feeling good, there are no results. So I need my energy. I need to stay in my power. So I discovered that this morning routine would be something that can give me the time I need for myself. And even though it was very hard at the beginning, getting up early, it has taken me approximately a month to get used to it. But now I get up very early in the morning, put the wake-up call for 5:30, but most of the time I'm already awake between 5 and 5:15. And it's just the thought that changes, because I want to live this day. I want to live my life. Previously, when I was still lying in bed and thinking, I don't want to get up now, I just want to stay a bit longer in bed, What message did I give to the universe? What message are we all giving to our life? We give the message that we don't want to live this day. We want to stay in bed. We don't want to get up. But we need to realize that this day is a miracle for us. It's a gift. So we have to embrace it and live it to the fullest. What changed the most for me is that I feel so much happier and with so much more energy. I am also much calmer and much more peaceful and understanding with myself, with my daughter, with my partner, with my family, with people around me. So, how do I start my morning routine? My morning routine starts, in fact, the night before. And because the morning is so limited of time, I do prepare, for example, a thermos bottle with the ginger tea. I also prepare a glass with apple vinegar for myself because it's very good for the body. I do prepare my clothes ready for the next day so that I don't have to be thinking, what do I want to wear the next day? I do prepare a book that I would like to read and my journaling book where I always write things in there. So it's just really preparing things for the next day that I don't have to spend any time and any energy in there. I have started going to bed at a reasonable time. Usually I am in bed by around 9 p.m. and I'm sleeping at the latest 10 p.m. I discovered that this is the time that makes me feel good, and in order to wake up early, I'm not going to compromise on the amount of sleep, because the sleep is so important to all of us. And if I want to wake up early, I have to be rested. So very important is to go to bed early. So how do I start every single morning? When I wake up, the very first thing I do is I start practicing my gratitude. And practicing gratitude is putting the attention of what I already have in my life. What am I grateful for? I simply focus on all that I have, and I am grateful for it. Everything that I am grateful for and everything that I have in my life already, it brings a smile to my face. It makes me already happy. And what is the best way to start the day? Of course, being happy, smiling. Because if we focus on what we lack in our lives, we receive even more of the lack. But if we focus on what we already have, we receive even more of that. So I attract first thing in the morning through the positive thoughts, a positive day. So I am grateful for things like, I'm grateful for my body, for all the organs in my body, for my health, for the people in my life, for whatever really you can think of. And that's usually what I do for about 5 minutes. I am just being grateful for all that surrounds me, all that I have experienced in the past, all that I can experience in the future. So I put my focus into something positive. While previously, when I woke up, my first thought was, I need to start preparing breakfast. I need to get up. I need to do this and all the tasks for the day. And today, my attention goes to something positive. And because this is so positive, I start the day with a smile, with a beautiful smile. And that makes me so happy. And some people may think, well, but that's normal to have all of these things. It's normal to be alive. It's normal to have some food. It's normal to be healthy. And we expect it. But I don't. I don't expect these things. I really appreciate these things because I don't think this is normal to have everything that we have. And if you focus on all the positives, you get into a positive energy. You're grateful for everything that is. And that's the basis for a positive start into each day. So the next thing I do is I'll have my apple vinegar water that I drink, and then I will practice a meditation. About the meditations, there is, for me, every single day a different meditation. There is, for example, some days I choose to do the loving kindness meditation, or just a breathing meditation where I focus on the breath, a self-love meditation, or a body scan. And it really just depends what I choose. I just follow my instinct in the morning and I think, what is the right meditation for me today? What do I want? And regarding meditations, there are so many meditations. There are apps, there are meditations on YouTube. And I think it's really important to find out what suits you best. I have been running for last month, for a couple of months, a morning routine session where we have been doing every single morning at 7 a.m. a morning routine where we meditated. So I was basically sharing with everyone online, live, my morning routine. We were doing it live together and it was just amazing. And I was getting so much positive feedback from people that they said it has really changed them, and the energy throughout the day has been so much better, so much more positive. And I really truly experience it myself, how life-changing the morning routine is for me. So after I finished my meditation, I will drink my ginger tea, my ginger water, and then I'll start doing my positive affirmations. A few months ago, I have written down positive affirmations that feel right to me, the ones that I need at that time. So I will read them out loud every single morning and connect with these affirmations. Because what affirmations do, you bring the focus to wherever you want. And if you repeat these affirmations and you put even your emotion in there as well, the more it will make you feel good. And that's, again, the best basis for the day. After I finished with my affirmations, I will be doing some journaling. In the journaling, I'm usually writing down my intention for the day. So it can be something like, I want to be grateful throughout the day, or I want to be patient with the people around me. I want to be a loving mother or loving person to my family, or whatever intention I may have for the day. I will write my intention down. And then I usually do a little bit of yoga, or like a yoga stretch, yoga dance stretch, just to wake up my body as well. And then, of course, if I have got a little bit of time left, I will read one of the books that I have prepared the night before. So yes, that is what I do usually in the morning, and that lasts about 1.5 hours. Sometimes if I have a little bit less time, I have to skip a couple of things, but then, every single day is different, but this is like the normal standard routine that I always try to stick to. And of course, everyone is different, and some people, when they wake up, they need to have a different routine. Instead of doing the gratitude, they feel they need to brush their teeth first, or they need to have a glass of water first, because the body just needs some liquid. Or they don't like to sit up in bed. They need to get up and do the yoga first, just to wake the body up in order not to fall asleep for a meditation. So whatever it is, as I said, every person is different, and everyone has got a different routine and what feels right for them. So what the right routine is for you, I don't know that. It needs to fit you and needs to be right for you. You are the one to discover it, what feels good to you. But what I can tell you is that even though it may be very hard at the beginning, waking up early, it is so rewarding. It is so life-changing. And by giving it a try and saying, okay, I will do it for 30 days and then see how it goes. Because very often our mind, our ego would say, oh, don't worry. What I need is just a restful long sleep. I don't need all of this. And that's exactly what I thought as well. I thought I will not need this. I prefer my sleep. This is what I need. But in fact, after trying and realizing that this is not like that. It makes me feel so much better waking up early, even though it was hard at the beginning. Now it's so much easier. It's just the new routine. So what I also do during the day, I always go outside into the nature. I realized that the fresh air, the nature, just gives me so much positive energy. So that's something that I would also recommend to you, doing it whenever you can, either by picking up your child from school or taking your child to school or just walking the dog. That's what I always do. I walk the dog and I pick up my daughter from school walking. And then when I come back to the evening routine, I also have an evening routine to finish off the day in gratitude again. The same way as I started, I will be grateful for the day. I will be grateful for all the experiences, for all the learnings. And I'm not only grateful for the good experiences, I'm also grateful for the experiences that I would have thought, well, I could have missed out on those. I don't need these experiences, some bad experiences. But at the end, these experiences, they are the ones that teach us the most. So I'm also very grateful for those experiences. And then I would take some time for journaling again, and I will write down my successes of the day. And what I mean with successes is just any little successes. It may have been to write down, yes, I got up at 5 o'clock this morning. And yes, I did all my morning routine during the day. Or yes, I didn't eat any sugar today. Or I have done some exercise. Or I have cleaned the whole kitchen today. Or I did the whole washing or the whole ironing today. And these are all successes that we don't recognize ourselves for those, because we think they're being expected. We think that it's normal to do the washing and it is normal to help the child with getting ready, but it's not. So it is successes. And since I have started writing my successes down, I realized how much I really do throughout the day. I recognize myself. I recognize all the effort, all the work I have done. And that's a good feeling to realize at the end all the things I have done. And then for the last approximately half an hour before sleeping time, I will either read a book or I will listen to a meditation, or I will listen to some positive affirmations. So one of those usually, whatever I feel I fancy in that day, whatever I think I need in that moment. And yes, this is the way the day comes to an end. A positive finishing of the day, being grateful and looking, giving myself a little bit more time, looking after myself, whatever I need, whatever makes me feel good. And something important I forgot to mention is, if possible, avoid using your mobile phone 1 hour before sleeping time, because the mobile phone keeps distracting us and therefore we cannot have the restful sleep. And that's what we really need. That's what I realized for myself. I don't use the phone at least 1 hour before bedtime, and I just focus on myself, focus on my routine, and I usually sleep so well. I fall asleep within minutes and I wake up rested and happy the next morning. I hope that some of my routines will inspire you and help you to get back to your full power. Best is to try it out for about 3 to 4 weeks and see how it makes you feel. And remember, consistency is the key. Don't give up after 1 week. Carry on, and you will see. It takes a long time to get the beautiful flower growing. It does not come from one night to the other day. You need to wait, you need to be patient, but you'll see the results will be amazing. And as I said earlier, if you would have known me 2-3 years ago, I always slept long. I couldn't get up out of bed without a coffee. And it's so different now. So keep that in mind. If I manage to do it, you will manage to do that as well. I'm planning in the near future also starting again the morning routine sessions with a workshop. So if you're interested, send me a message or join our private Facebook group, which is called Live the Life You Love, with 3 orange hearts at the end. Or just contact me on Instagram or Facebook, Jolanthe Colleague, and I can send you some further information. So I would love hearing from you. I'd love it to receive some comments and some feedback. Thank you very much for listening to this podcast. Take care, loads of love. Yours, Jolanthe.